But now we've got breaking news, big news today on private second-class Travis King. Travis King, the American soldier who intentionally ran across the North Korean border this summer, is back in U.S. custody and appears to be in good health, according to U.S. officials, and in good spirits after months of intensive U.S. diplomacy to get him out. Sweden played a major role, we're told, by going into North Korea, bringing Private King across the border. Once North Korea agreed, they signaled about a month ago that they were willing to let him go. And he went across the border to China. And according to U.S. officials who spoke to us this morning, they say that China then played a big role by letting the U.S. pick him up in China so they could bring him out of China to a U.S. military base. At the time he crossed over the border, King was supposed to be headed back to Fort Bliss, Texas, following his release from prison in South Korea on an assault conviction. U.S. officials say their focus now is solely on his physical and emotional well-being and on reuniting him with his family, taking care of him and his family on that military base. A spokesperson for King's mother, Claudine Gates, writes, Ms. Gates will be forever grateful to the U.S. Army and all its interagency partners for a job well done. Joining me now is Victor Cha, Senior Vice President for Asia and Korea, Chair at the Center for Strategic and International Studies. So, Victor, big question. Why did North Korea expel Travis King, let him go, and we are told definitively that there were no concessions made by the U.S. to get him out?
Yeah, Andrew, it's quite interesting. It's not what we would normally expect of North Korea. I think in the end, they interrogated him. They understood the circumstances under which he left, and they thought, we don't want him in the country. And so they let him go. As you know, in the past, North Korea has held Americans and has really tried to extract concessions, asking former presidents actually to come and take out these Americans with big public apologies attached to them. But this time it seems like they handled it, in a very businesslike manner. And the Swedes obviously play an important role. We don't have diplomatic relations with North Korea, so Sweden is our protecting power there. And they managed to coordinate with the Chinese to get Private King over to the United States through China.
Yeah, I don't know whether it was 2009 or 10, but I remember that President Clinton and Vice President Gore went to North Korea to bring out Lisa Ling, two
right, Lisa Ling and Guna Lee. Yeah.
Right.
That's right. That's exactly right. They were taken into custody. And initially, to try to get them out in the negotiations, the United States offered for former Vice President Gore to go, who was involved with a publishing company that these two journalists were with. And the North Koreans didn't want him. They wanted the president, the former president. So President Clinton went in to get them. And then he had to take a picture with Kim Jong-il and had to have dinner with them. But in this case, the North Koreans didn't do that. I'm sure they quarantined Private King for at least a month to ensure he didn't have COVID, because they have no COVID protection in North Korea. And then they made this decision not to make it a political issue and simply to send him out of the country.
Well, in fact, I was on a call with U.S. officials this morning about this, and it was a big effort between the NSC, the State Department, the military, of course, and also you had the UN involved. You had the UN Military Command, which is at the DMZ in South Korea, involved. So it's a very coordinated, and principally Sweden. It was not China that mediated the release. It was Sweden that went into North Korea and was talking to the North Koreans. So the previous release that we just referred to back when President Clinton went was, of course, Kim's father. Now, the younger Kim, who has been mostly active in setting off ballistic missiles and a new submarine launch and a lot of other very aggressive moves, could this release of an American soldier lead to better communication? There's been none since President Biden was elected.
Yeah, it's a good question. It's difficult to say, frankly, right now, Andrea. I mean, the North Koreans are very solicitous of Putin and Russia now because of the arms deals for Ukraine. They don't appear to be at all interested in talking to the Biden administration. Nevertheless, as you said, the NSC and others were involved in this. Perhaps there is an opportunity that comes out of this for dialogue. But Sweden's role, as you said, is very important. They are protecting power when it comes to anybody in North Korea. You may remember when we traveled to North Korea when I was in government in 2007, when we arrived at the airport, the Swedish ambassador was there to meet us, not a U.S. embassy control officer, because we don't have an embassy there. So we have to thank the Swedes for the role that they played in this, of course. And yes, in any situation like this, behind the scenes, state, NSC, USFK, United Nations Command, we're probably all working very feverishly to get Private King out.